That's kind of how I hope to die too. And what do you say?
I said, imagine if hell was just a constant string of waking up, like just that
Uh,
feeling of waking up.
don't even put that thought in my mind, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Hell is just an alarm that goes off every 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Internal snooze button.
Oh, no thank you, dude.
It just cycles through all the different types of alarms you've heard waking up throughout your life.
Oh man, too many, too many. I still have horrible memories of like when I was a kid. We had a radio alarm
Mm-hmm.
that my sister couldn't wake up for shit, so she'd crank the volume on that thing up to like 10, and then the radio would kick in at like 6 a.m. every morning, just at maximum like horrible volume, and it was such an awful, jarring way to wake up. Throwing that thing away was like I I found that thing when I was moving when I was like 28, and it was like the scene in Office Space where they steal the fucking photocopier
Mm-hmm.
and they beat it down in the field. It was so cathartic, like smashing that thing and throwing it out. I loved it.
It's good. Um, what I hated was when my brothers and sisters, when they got older, they would lock their room, but like they would lock their room, go somewhere, and then the alarm would go off at 6 a.m. and nobody's in there to turn it off. So it'd be one of those alarms that keeps going until it's turned off. So it'd be
Oh yeah,
like,
not like a smart alarm.
yeah, it'd be like 1 p.m. and it's still fucking going. I'm just like, oh my fucking god, kill me. This is the Sandpit, episode 36.
Third, there's no way it's
It's
36.
36, man.
When did we start this thing in 2025?
Yeah, yeah, we sure did.
Damn.
Make sure to close some of my stuff real quick. On the mic is myself, Tom, Stoba,
It's me.
and Abe.
Hello, hello. I'm a little sleepy today, but I'm still Mexican.
The sleepy
Sleepy
Mexican.
Mexican.
Yes. Um,
I don't think you guys are allowed to say that about me. Only I can.
it's, I, you can say somebody's sleepy, all right? You just,
Mm,
I said it after you self-identified as the Sleepy Mexican. Okay.
yep, me
mm.
too. I,
I'm just respecting your choices.
I
You get
even,
away with you get away with calling old white people sleepy, like Sleepy Joe. Come, not Mexicans.
I've been hella sleepy lately, dude. I identify with them more than ever.
yeah, I feel that.
It's appropriating my culture.
Um,
The people that invented the siesta.
Dude, you guys were on to something with that.
Though I think that's actually Spaniard, so technically it's a white thing. So I guess
yeah,
Dude,
white people are
I,
sleepy.
I
Never
lived
mind.
in Hawaii for 25 years without air conditioning. I fully embraced the midday siesta. Fuck that shit. Too damn hot to do anything.
yes, yeah. I hate it when it's like that. Um, Speaking of like how repeats of hell and stuff like that, have you ever seen the movie Mother?
Maybe? It sounds familiar.
This lady's like, oh man, I don't even know how to explain it. She's in this house they're renovating with her husband, assumably husband. Um, they have fights, whatever, where people come over.
Man, is this that like psychological, like you don't understand what the hell is going on until the very end, and then it's like some kind of Jesus allegory?
Yeah, except I don't think you're even understanding it at the end because even like at the end, her baby gets ripped apart and ate by all these people, and then
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I actually did watch that. I didn't understand it even a little bit.
yeah. I
Yeah.
and then the fact that it was a different woman when they all got started, reset.
I don't even I don't even remember that, dude. I just remember being hella confused. You know when you're watching a movie and you're pretty confused and you're like, they're gonna wrap it up at the end and I'll figure out what was going on. That movie doesn't do that.
No, Yeah.
If you don't know what the hell was going on, you probably don't figure it out either. That's a movie that definitely needs a second watch, and I did not give it one.
Yeah, I agree. But I even feel like even then it wouldn't. Because it feel like even with the ending, it opened up more questions and answers.
Yeah,
Like the gem that he took out of her and put it, and it became another woman. Um, and then like the zoom out showing the house and it's surrounded by forest, but then it's all a hellscape of fire and shit. Which was like, okay, so they were in hell, like, and then is it her hell or is it his hell? Um,
yeah, I. The only thing I remember that about that movie really is like I think it had what was his name, the James Bond guy
mm-hmm.
or No Country for Old Men guy, like Javier Bardem.
Yes, yep.
I remember he was in it, and he never speaks great English.
No,
Um,
but it works.
Yeah.
he always makes it work.
Mhm.
But yeah, I didn't know what the fuck was going on with that movie. First half, I was keeping up. I had theories. I was making theories. It's like I'm gonna figure it out. All right,
Mm-hmm.
I'm with
Mm-hmm.
you. And then it spirals and gets extra crazy in that last half. I had no idea what the fuck was
Yeah,
going
it
on.
gets fucking wild, man. Like when the people start invading her home and there's like a war going on or some shit. Like
Yeah,
it's
it definitely goes off the deep end.
yeah.
You know, the issue with those movies is that they're never satisfying. The only answer is like the very obvious, like message or whatever that you're
Mm-hmm.
supposed to allegories that you draw. Like the
Yeah,
first thing that comes to your head, you figure it out. Don't overthink it. You know.
you always want to put a nice clean bow on it, and like if those movies are done well, they probably don't have a super clean bow on it, right? They want you to
Right.
think on it. They want you to be confused. It's part of the way they're written and directed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I will say that Visitor Q had a pretty good bow on it, and it's one of those weird movies, you know, the
Huh,
allegorical movies.
I never even heard of that one.
Yeah, it's a Japanese one, I believe. I remember my friend was watching it and she was streaming it, and I caught like the last 20 25 minutes, and I kind of just like, oh well, obviously the movie's saying this and this and this. And then she went back later on and said, I looked it up. You were exactly right. How did you figure it out? It's like, well, I mean, look, the moment that the mom starts producing breast milk and the whole family gathers around her and starts drinking it, and obviously that means that like the maternal nature is restored, and and shit go, all that,
Yes.
That sounds so
Yes.
fucking weird.
But
Wow.
it's easy to figure out. It's what you know
Yeah.
what I mean. It's a good bowl.
Visitor
Like
Q. Okay, just gonna write that down. Sounds like a good
No
one to watch.
particular reason.
No particular reasons. I
Has
mean,
nothing
Abe
to do
recommended
with
it. I had to check that
yeah.
out. My particular my weird movie that I didn't understand was Upstream Color. Upstream Color was a really fucking weird one that had like dual storylines about like people and then like weird worm parasites.
What?
It's a fucking weird one, dude. I I didn't know what the fuck was going on in that movie, and I was waiting for the moment to like reveal itself where I would like really understand what was going on, and then the movie ended, and I was like, that's fucked up. I need to like look it up and read what the fuck was happening. And upon a second watch, made way more sense. But that upstream color does not hold your fucking hand. That was a weird fucking movie.
I've never heard of it. I've never heard of it.
It's I enjoyed it
It's an
for as
older movie?
confusing as it was. No, it was I'm gonna say
2013.
like there you go, yeah, like 10 years old or something.
It's not too bad.
Yeah,
I'll have to
it
look
was
it up.
enjoyable. It's definitely a bit of a mind fuck, but no like huge revelations, right? Not like an M
Mm-hmm.
Night Shyamalan twist. Just like the whole thing is
No.
It challenges you as a watcher to like connect the dots yourself.
Man, you really gotta watch Hereditary. I think you'll enjoy it.
You have recommended that to me many times,
I
as well
yes.
as Midsummer. You're always like Hereditary, Midsummer. Watch those two.
Yeah, Midsummer, I could say I'll say could go without being watched. It was very good though. I I really like how it touched on a lot of stuff and how it kind of hold your hand through it.
Oh yeah.
Um, and the I think the scene that always stuck with me was where they go to what they're doing, which is like they were invited to a community that gets together every so on years or something of that nature. Um, but like they started off with these two old people standing on top of a hill, and they take their clothes off, and then they just jump off.
Oh
And
hell yeah, dude. That's how I want to go out.
yeah, uh, the guy landed on his leg, so they had to go over and smash his head in. But
What the fuck? You didn't have to tell me that.
yeah,
Oh jeez.
yeah. And then they talk about how once somebody in this community hits the age of 70, you kill yourself because you're no longer useful to the community.
I think that was like a Viking tradition
Mm-hmm.
too. Like
I
limited resources. Like go ahead and jump off the cliff. It earns you a spot in Valhalla.
thought that was something like our culture kind of did, you know, like unless if you're like really rich.
Really?
Yeah, think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Think
You
about it.
know,
Where
my
do the old people get?
culturally, my grandparents just drank themselves to death.
Yeah, I mean, or your healthcare goes down the drain. You can't afford what you need. Life just goes to shit. Then you die.
Yeah, yeah, it do.
Hmm.
It do.
It's the
Hmm.
slow process,
You
the slow
know,
grind.
and you kind of wanna wish you're like one of the up in front, because otherwise it's just a slow grind of watching everyone you loved in your
Mm-hmm.
generation just die one after the other. Their health is failing, yet you're still making it.
Yeah,
The mind starts to go, the body starts to go, the sight starts to go, and then you just a slow crawl into the grave.
yeah, but we consider them lucky, right?
Hmm.
If you're the last living person, like you've watched all your friends die, all your family die,
Hmm.
you're so lucky to have lived to be so old.
Nah.
It, it would depend on the perspective of the person that lived that long, in my opinion. I could
Yeah,
imagine there being people that absolutely loved it, living through those lifetimes with those people before they died and all those things of that nature, seeing so much. And then you have other people similar to like us, I would assume, where it's like, oh my God, just I'm seeing all this horror constantly
yeah.
unravel next to me.
It's probably important to have things to live for, like things that excite you and you look forward to.
Like drugs. I'm looking forward to returning to drugs when I get to a certain age. I'll be like, fuck it, nothing left. Let me
What
enjoy my time off.
what's your magic age to go back to drugs?
Mm, I don't think it's so much an age, so much as a state of body and mind. You know,
Okay.
because so far my mind's pretty sharp. I was taking care of my body. I got into a relationship, got the relationship weight, but I'm trying to work on that back on.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think I'll
Takes
be
some
good.
reclaiming.
I'll be good well past retirement age, and at that point, I gotta just feel myself out. It's like because you don't want to go in too sharp, because then you're just burning away decent years. But
Yep,
it's like
yep.
when that age when it gets like I especially sucks getting out of bed. I don't really have anything
I
planned.
just I just
Uh,
picture like A being on the news, running down the street naked, high as fuck on meth and crack, and just at the age 80.
I don't
They're
I
just
don't
gonna
really
blame
like.
it on bath salts.
Yes, yeah.
I didn't like crack really, so probably not crack.
That's good. That's
Man,
good.
shouts out to you for trying crack. I've never had the balls.
It's not that great.
See, people always that I've heard take it have always said that they it was very demanding, like or very I would say yeah, I don't want to say addictive, but of course it's addictive, but the
Or
dopamine hit that they got was very different than anything they've ever had or whatever the
shoot,
fuck it does.
injecting meth. Now that one.
I didn't even know you could inject meth.
Oh, it's probably. Oh, no. I mean that's what Hitler was up to, you know.
Yeah, I'll tell you the most addictive drug I ever did was it was 2004, maybe 2005. A couple of my friends they convinced me to try World of Warcraft.
Uh,
And I got fucked up on that shit for like 20 years. That was rough.
hmm
And back in the day, that really ruined lives.
hmm
The fuck you mean back in the day, dude?
I mean, it kind of still does, but also it nowadays too. It's so like, what is that? Because there's so many other shit out there. Nobody really puts that negative label on it unless they've known it prior.
I
Uh,
guess it is kind of old, right? Like the new hotness is Fortnite or Minecraft.
I told
World of Warcraft old school.
I told my wife that I was gonna play WoW again, because she wants me to be mindful of our time when I raid and stuff, you know.
Hmm.
So I try to keep her informed. I told her I was gonna play again, and she was like, "Okay, what's that?" And I told her,
Oh,
and she was like, "Oh, okay, so just another game." I was like, "Yeah." I said, "Are you judging me because of it?" She goes, "No, am I supposed to?" I said, "Yeah, I judge people that
yeah,
play it. I do.
definitely should.
Yeah, you
That's
should."
a World of Warcraft is a red flag. If any of you are out there in a relationship with someone who's like, I'm thinking about playing some World of Warcraft, that is a hazard to your relationship. It is a hazard to everything in your life.
Yeah,
Be careful.
even if you're playing it together, you're not.
It's it's a lot. It's a lot to take in.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying this expansion.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Did some delves and fucking just got my belt recrafted. I'm all fucking decked out and shit. Getting to the point where raids is the only place I can get gear from.
Oh shit, dude. I think there's a big patch coming next week where you can get like a couple more mythic pieces a week.
Yeah, yeah.
It'll be nice. Looking forward to you beating me on the meters.
I don't think it's gonna happen, man.
I think it will, dude. You're a monster.
We'll see. We'll see. I think you got me beat on AOE, but I did change my talents around a little bit. Man, that one talent that gives my Shadow Dance 3 extra seconds is really strong, but we're never not in combat when we're doing mythics. There's no point in it. I have to
Yeah,
sit around for 6 seconds just to get it.
dude. I thought I had strong damage until we played with that elemental shaman that did like 30% more than me.
Oh yeah,
And then I'm like, what the fuck,
I
dude?
heard
And
elemental
there goes
shamans
my
were strong.
self-esteem.
Yeah,
I thought they were like below enhancement on the tier list, but I don't know. That guy's a monster. You know, some people are just freaks.
yeah, that's true. That too. Um,
or sometimes people just get the right equipment to make something work, right?
yeah, that too. They could have had more uh BIS or whatever and shit like that.
Best in slot. Yep.
I have too much haste, but it's also haste. It doesn't cap, so I can just keep going. It doesn't really matter. Um, it's wild how min-maxing things can get. I miss the days of what is that? Theorycraft? Form?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. People would argue about shit before people really had like good like models to like simulate.
Yes. Yep.
That was always fun, dude. Looking at the talent tree, trying to make the best of it.
It is. I moved a couple points around. I'm hoping maybe it gave me a little bit more. We'll see.
See, man. I got to get some good Mythics run done this week. My got to fill out my vault.
Nice. I think after this, if you're down, we might be doing some, um, or maybe tomorrow, whatever. I gotta get some too. I want to get the 3,000 so I can get that mount.
Oh yeah, I need a lot of points to get that. I
It's
think you got to do something
it's
like 13s to get 3,000.
yeah, you're right. It's wild how a game like WoW has continued on for 20 plus years now. It came out in
Yeah,
2003. Does that sound right?
22,
22?
2004. I think November 2004.
2004. Okay, that was close. Um, 26 years. I mean, the amount of other MMOs that have started around that time and I'm not gonna say failed because some of them are still kind of going, but not to the extent that WoW is, that WoW has been. Um,
Dude, just think about how much games have moved. Like when we were coming up on like when we were kids, games were 2D, like universally.
mhm.
3D games didn't exist, right?
Mm,
And then like in like 22 years from like 1990 to what, 2012. Think about how much games change.
Yeah,
They went from like 2D platformers exclusively to like 3D craziness.
I remember like reading the Game Informer when they were talking about WoW and when it first came out, and they had a picture of a dwarf flying on a griffin or I think or something in the trees. And I was like, oh my god, you can fly in this fucking game? That is insane compared to like
You know?
what we were doing before, even though it was just, um, flying automatic flight, you were actually flying. Um, the and then the whole the game, how the game transitions, it's completely open. It's not just maps. Uh, it was
Yeah,
groundbreaking
modern
back then.
WoW is a totally different beast.
Yes, yeah.
mm,
Like it's nothing like the original game that came out in 2004.
you know, I think that I think WoW actually did a lot of damage though to the perception of the way we think of games though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because think about this. Uh, it was a full price release that you then had to pay a monthly subscription for, and you technically did not own the game,
Yeah.
right? You
Oh well,
used to own game.
WoW wasn't the first person to do that, right? Other
No,
MMOs
but it was the
had the
big
same model.
one. It was the big one to do that.
It was very mainstream, yeah.
Th-
Yeah.
that too is like everybody always talks about the horse armor for Oblivion
Mm.
and how
Yeah, no,
that,
it was
huh?
I said it was this, I think. More so than that.
Yeah, I mean, like there. What I'm trying to say is that everybody always has the mainstream, and that's the right thing in my opinion because if there was no mainstream WoW, then things like EverQuest and RuneScape they would have stayed where they're at right now, still, where that business model wasn't as effective as WoW's business model. Even though it's the same, WoW being mainstream was able to, I think, tune it to become more um, acceptable for more companies to be able to do. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think WoW definitely like led the charge on making like live service games more mainstream, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they definitely weren't the first. Like other MMOs had monthly subscriptions associated with them, like EverQuest or Asheron's Call, because server
Mm,
costs were like real. Like
Yeah.
it was
right.
expensive. Like if you were logged into a game playing it, you were costing the developer money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They have to have the server, they have to like have the bandwidth, they have to stream data to you. So it made sense like having a monthly cost associated with that. But now
Right.
that's like games, like so many games are live service games, right? They
They
don't
don't need
just
to be.
Yeah, they don't just like make a game, press it to a disc, and then ship it and never patch it, right?
Right.
Like studios keep working on the same game month after month.
Yeah, and now and it's not sustainable, right? Like for a lot of games, look at how many live service games end up closing. And every time one of those closes, someone just got shit out of luck for a game release they probably paid real money for and can no longer access. I could go
Yeah, man.
back and play Counter Strike 1.3 if I wanted to take the time to find a server and everything, right? Because that's like a game that was, you bought it, they were still working on it, but you hosted your own servers and everything, right? You
Yeah.
owned the game once you had it.
Unreal Tournament 2003.
Exactly. I'm sure
I
there's
was in a
still
clan and everything. It was great.
right. I'm sure people are still playing it, right? Now it's a shit. U299. I mean, or whatever. I'm pretty sure is
God, I
UT.
wish, dude.
So
Unreal
it's
Tournament is so dead now that Fortnite took over, right?
Hmm.
That was epic. Oh my god, they made those Unreal Tournament games just as like tech demos for their engines,
Yeah.
mm,
and then what they do, Unreal Engine 5. They made all those Fortnite assets. They didn't know how to put them into a game, and they tried a few different things, and then they finally just copied PUBG, and
Hmm.
then they just became the biggest game of all time.
Yeah.
That shit's so funny.
Um, it is. It's crazy how that is. And I agree with Abe. I feel like I liked how in the back in the day, normally the game came with the ability for you to host your own server and things of that nature. Uh,
Hmm.
I I would like to see that being published as well, like with MMOs, where you have the option to, hey, this is a friendly use server side, if you want to run
mm.
your own. I know that's would go against a lot of stuff, but I feel like they could still monetize that without any issue.
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
maybe.
I'm sure a game more like semi MMO, like sort of the Fantasy Star games,
Oh
that
man,
that's
yeah.
online, where it's like kind of multi, whatever. But then when you actually play the game, you have your little party and you break off in your own little instances or whatever. Like that model, like that could be a model that you actually own your game, and once the servers go
Yeah.
offline, you can still host your little instances with your little buddies or whatever.
If you love those games, like the only thing keeping them alive right now is pirates, right?
Yeah.
Like for me, it's Asheron's Call. That was the first MMO I played, and there's no legal way to play that game unless
Hmm.
like like the communities to join, the
Hmm.
discords to join, to get into like private servers that people are emulating and trying to rebuild.
You
And
know, I
that's huge, Like Asheron's Call was like World of Warcraft big for me when I was like 17. Like I
Yeah.
was so into that world. It's so cool going back and having the nostalgia to explore that space. It's crazy that there's no way to do that legally.
right. I see. I think that there should be some sort of consumer protection law that if once the end of a live service game comes out or whatever was shutting down the servers, if you should either receive a a full refund for your cost, or they
Yeah.
should have to release some type of standalone server software or some way for you to continue to play the game that you paid real money for. You know?
If you paid like $60 straight up,
Mm-hmm.
like so many of us have done, I
Mm-hmm.
understand it's a bit of more of a slippery slope with like games that are free to play from the beginning, right? Like Genshin or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, yeah, and again, that's what I'm saying, like the refund thing. If you paid real money, if it was a free service, well, and it shuts down, that's on you for not for the community for not supporting it enough to keep it alive if they genuinely liked it that much. You didn't pay, you did not pay a single, you didn't have to pay a single cent for that to play it.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, at a certain point, you gotta embrace the pirates, right? The
Yeah.
people like emulating and recreating it and
It's like
all of that shit.
Turtle Wow getting shut down. If
Yeah.
we're talking about kind of that along those lines. Um,
Turtle WoW was cool, dude. I tried playing Turtle WoW for a few months there, and the
it's
shit they
fun.
did with that game was way better than anything Blizzard themselves did with the game.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed that version of Classic more than like the OG version of Classic that Blizzard released.
yeah. I never played the classic. Well, I played vanilla back in the day. Um,
Yeah,
in the Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King and now and whatever. But classic that WoW has released I haven't played, and Turtle WoW was a big point for me to want to get back into WoW because of some of the quality of life stuff they did just for it being a private server. You know what I mean?
oh yeah, it's awesome, dude. Everything they did was great. Like some of the class redesigns,
Mm-hmm.
tents, like new items, new tiers, new dungeons, new quests. It was just so fresh to play something that you loved and remembered and then like still have new things to experience in that same framework was really fun. It was way more fun than going back and playing the official classic,
Yeah.
which I did. I played it hard and I rated. I got the Ragnaros hammer. I felt super cool. Turtle WoW was better.
That reminds me of private servers for Ragnarok Online. Uh, a lot of those, and
Yeah,
I always felt like the player made quests in those were always like a very over convoluted um, or groundbreaking stuff compared to WoW with Turtle WoW. That is where I felt like it was actual team of people that uh, had coherent thought better. I don't know how to put it. But yeah, if you want to play those old games, that's sometimes the only way to do it now. Like I think even with some Command and Conquer games you can't because you had to sign into the Westfield Westwood
yeah,
account and stuff, and it's like, well, since you don't have that, you can't play it. And it's like, well, that
dude.
service is gone.
Yeah, one of my first memories of like pirating a game was Fallout 2. For some reason, I had the bug. I was like, I really want to play Fallout 2. I remember it being a great game, and it was probably like the mid 2000s or something. And I literally could not find a way to legitimately buy the game. Like there was no place on the internet to like buy it and download it. Like my local
Hmm.
game shop didn't have it. I was like, this is fucked. If I could spend $20 and get it, I would do it. But there was literally no way to play the game I wanted to play. And so I resorted to piracy. I downloaded the ISO and I mounted it to a virtual disk and I did all the crazy shit to play it. I
Mm,
think a lot of piracy is less about people wanting to get the shit they love for free
Hmm.
and more about just access to play the games people love. If
yeah,
if you have any game out there that's like $5, pay us, download it, play it all you like, I think it would reduce piracy by like 95%. I think piracy is less about wanting shit for free and more about how easy it is to access.
Exactly.
yeah, I agree.
I mean,
Like
look at music.
definitely some people have like the money hangups. Like you're a kid, you don't have money, maybe you pirate, right? But I think the majority of people are like, I just want to play the games I love.
Right. I mean, look at music, right? Like once
Hmm.
they had, reliable, easy access to like the music you actually want to listen to. That kind of like curtailed music piracy, at least in my like I haven't looked for a music torrent site or anything for a long time because now I could
Yeah,
just
dude.
actually find stuff on Bandcamp
Yes.
or, Spotify, worst case scenario, or YouTube or Like
Totally.
it's actually you can find music now, and
Yeah, I
you
haven't
know,
downloaded anything off Kazaa since like 2002.
right, exactly. You know, you give people access to what they want, make it a fair business model, and you know, you fucking watch the money flow in.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
What would be a fair business model for a game like WoW?
I mean, at this point, shit.
I mean, it depends on if you're talking about like old WoW or like live service model WoW that's getting updated every week
Let's do
or
live
I
every
mean,
month, new
service.
content.
Go for it, Abe.
offer free you offer you free euthanasia for the players that still play it. Like that'd be pretty fair.
Fucking rough. Rough,
Got to
man.
keep my subscription going, man. I haven't been feeling too good lately.
I feel like the business model that they have is really good. I feel like they could get rid of the subscription fee and still be rolling in money.
Yeah, I definitely feel like their subscription model is a little greedy at this point. Like to me, it made sense back in the day when those server costs were bigger. I don't think the service costs are as huge now as they were in like 2004 with
Right.
like cloud computing and stuff. Um, so I would be happier to see the price drop a little bit, or for them to just absorb that cost through like microtransactions and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be fair. And I'm not saying that from a place of like being a cheap asshole. I'm saying that from a place of like having played that game for like 22 years and looking back at the amount of money I've given them,
Mm-hmm.
and it's in the order of like thousands of dollars,
Oh
Mm-hmm.
man,
which
easily.
feels a little fucked when you multiply that by like millions of people.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like they have more than recouped their costs for running the network.
Well, look at Rockstar and Grand Theft Auto Online.
Jeez, yeah.
Did you see that story?
No,
What's the
what
story?
story?
Oh, so apparently some hackers got access to some of their data, nothing game related, mainly just like their you know business data. Apparently they're still making over $1 million, like $1.5 million a day from Grand Theft Auto Online
A
from all a
day
day.
in
A day.
2006.
Yeah.
How? What the fuck? How?
Hmm. Hmm.
People are spending that shit on in-game shops?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Whoa.
And it's that and they released this data, threatening them to release if they didn't pay a ransom, and they didn't, and they thought it would make them look bad. Apparently it just made their stock prices shoot the hell
Yeah.
way up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, it makes sense.
They're doing really good at what they're doing, which is sitting still. Um,
Hmm.
I,
Working on GTA 6.
yeah. You're working on GTA 6.
Oh, they're
Hmm.
probably crunching so hard. It's probably awful.
Oh yeah.
I bet. Yeah, yeah. I bet. I've heard. I remember when like 5 came out, there was mixed um talks from people that worked at Rockstar in the crunch.
Oh yeah, Rockstar I think always had like a crazy crunch culture.
Yeah,
I know Max Payne 3 was a great game. More people should have played it. Uh, really enjoyed the multiplayer in that.
it was.
I was
Watching you kill those people is
so
crazy.
dominant.
Yeah.
I genuinely think the netcode favored people with higher pings because I'm good at FPS games and stuff, but I'm not that good, man. I'm not like top 2% good like I was in that game. Oh, it was great.
I
Remember
like
you,
two. I
what
like Max Payne 2.
Max Payne 2?
Yeah, I'll play the third one.
Oh, third one's great, man. You can find it on sale.
Yeah.
Even just the single player, even if you don't touch the multiplayer, like just the story's awesome.
This
I
And
this is is he still getting high about over his dead baby?
it's less about dead baby and more about just middle-aged white man trying to drink himself to death. which
Okay.
just feels more and more identifiable the older I get.
Yeah. Except the white part for me, but yeah.
Very identifiable for me.
Mhm.
Wait a minute. What happened in three?
3 is your Max Payne. You got like all your crazy past shit, and you get hired to be like a bodyguard for like a rich Brazilian family,
Yes.
and then like the kids get like kidnapped or shit to be like extorted or ransomed or some stuff, and you just go on like a crazy rampage through Brazil and through like the favelas and shit, trying to like get them back, do your job.
Why is it always that if you're hired by some Brazilians, there's going to be some kidnapping at some point?
Yeah, I don't know. Also, like you kill like 1,000 people in that game, which seems insane. You know,
Well,
that was always
that's
one of my complaints about World of Warcraft too. It was like to get a promotion in PvP, you had to kill like 5,000 people. It's like in real life, if you're in war and you kill like 2 people, maybe you get a medal. In World of Warcraft, it's like kill 5,000 people and get promoted from like scout to first sergeant.
oh yeah, yeah. First,
I had,
first,
I had to kill 92,000 people to get to High Warlord.
92,000 souls you had crushed.
90, yeah, that's more people than were killed in Hiroshima.
Um, how many people were killed in Hiroshima?
I made that stat up. I have no idea.
Oh man,
Over under 92,000. What do you think, Tom?
I think it was under. I think it was up there though. I want to say like six in the 60s. Um,
You think 60 people died in Hiroshima?
60,000. Um, how many people do you think you killed ranking up to masters with a Zangief?
Oh God. Not that many, dude. Probably like in the order of like 500, right?
But I
Uh,
mean, you don't kill people in that game, do you?
Man,
the emotional damage I inflict on Zangief, I think, counts as a
Oh God.
kill.
Wait,
Yeah.
do you think you're responsible for any any people like offing themselves or
Oh
anything?
God, I hope so.
some of those fights, that's all you do. Hilarious. I mean,
Dude, I got so tired of like DJ just drive rushing in to start his combos on me. One time I was fighting a master DJ and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna buffer my SPD in neutral. And when I see him drive rush, I'm just gonna hit the grab. I just I kept scooping him up when he would drive rush in to try to start his combo. And it was
yes.
hilarious. I beat him. It was that was on my road to master. That was like real late in the game. And I got pretty good at it. I got good at just buffering that SBD in
You're
neutral.
so good at Zangief. It's fucking, you're a monster.
Thank you. Thank you.
So wild. I gotta go through that video. I think I and upload it. Um, we had some good
Yeah,
matches with Chops. I think
yeah, you smashed me a couple times on Blanca.
I only got you once. Um,
Still counts. Still counts.
thank you for throwing me those matches. I appreciate.
I did not throw shit. I promise. When it
Yeah,
comes to Blanca, I'm always trying my hardest.
I don't think I've ever seen Stubborn throw a match.
Yeah, I don't know how. I've tried. It doesn't work. I can throw if I'm really trying. I can throw like the first 2/3 of a match, but once my health gets low, my butthole tightens up, and I really try to hold on to that life.
Oh, man, yeah, yeah. For me, so I've seen that with you when you're trying to train people and help them out. For me, I've noticed after like us talking about it and then playing with chops and stuff, it turns into I can only like walk left and right for long enough. I'm gonna start throwing jabs out. It's not my fault you keep walking into my fucking jabs. Oh man.
It's tough, man. It is so tough. It's the same like it's the Overwatch problem, right? If you have an alternate Overwatch account and you're trying to like throw matches to have like a low ranked account so you can play games with your girlfriend,
Hmm.
it's so hard to see like the play of the game right in front of you and to just like jump off a cliff instead of killing a whole team.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so difficult to make that decision and then execute it. You're like, all I have to do is press one button and I
It
could kill 5 people.
it looks so cool. It wouldn't hurt me that much.
It would be so fun.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I have to walk off this cliff.
I'm just gonna belly flop them at least 5 times, and then we'll see where we're at. I'm just gonna keep
I'm
doing
just
it.
gonna keep stomping my foot
Oh man.
and you're gonna keep running into it. Oh.
But to be fair, even that's sort of how people learn, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's like, well, this thing keeps on happening. Let me try to figure out what I could do for it to not end the same way it keeps on ending. You know, like
Yeah. And sometimes it's just hard to find an answer, right? Sometimes the answer is like, I think I just have to block.
right.
And it
And
can take a
then
long time to even get there.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true. Um,
so very important lessons, for fighting games.
in for me, the this exact thing is, I think, what took longest for me to figure out was in Skullgirls when Abe would play. Oh God, what was her name? She's a little tiny one that smoked a
They,
cigar.
Oh, Peacock.
Peacock, yes. Peacock, she's able to do Hadoukens more or less across the entirety from the bottom to the top of the screen and so quickly that it can almost juggle you, in my opinion.
yeah.
Um, I mean, it's really hard to go up against, and it took me forever to figure out like the right timings to jumps, the what to block, how can I react to it. But I remember playing it against. I chose Peacock, and I wanted to mess with it. I was playing against somebody that I'd never played Schoolgirls, but like twice, and that's what I did to him, and he never played again. I was like, I understand that.
Oh, speaking of that game though, I looked into it. Apparently, they have released not just one DLC character, but four DLC characters.
Oh, really? I'm gonna have to look it up.
Mhm.
Um,
They have the magical girl, but then they have one that I guess the mechanics are different, but cosmetically it kind of looks like Peacock.
okay.
It's like another little girl with an umbrella with a bunch of eyes on it. And then the normal version of the boss
Oh,
character.
yes, yeah.
And then one called Black Dahlia, which is like a lady with a veil and a big
Oh,
gun or
damn,
whatever.
they really released her. I remember
Yes, yes, yes.
reading on their forums back in the day that that was the one that did not get picked. I'm glad that they released her. Um,
Yeah, I'm curious to like actually get the DLC stuff and just try it out just for fun.
yeah, I'd do that
It
with
is
you.
be fun.
I think the last DLC character I played against or saw at least was Beowulf, I want to say.
Yeah, that was like the end of the first set
Hmm.
or whatever. That the whole Mike Z thing happened, and then now it is other people have the license, so they're able to do it again.
Well, I'd be down to go back into Skullgirls with you. That was everything negative aside from that fighting game was done well. It was good.
I mean, you guys have played so much Street Fighter with me. I guess I would be down to get my ass beaten in Skullgirls because I got it coming.
I do
Oh, you
believe,
would love
yeah,
it
yeah,
though.
you'd like it.
There's like there's like three or four grappler characters.
Is there a big boy I can play?
Big band, yeah.
Oh my God, Big Band takes up like a quarter of the
Or
screen.
or Beowulf is pretty big too, and he has a wrestling gimmick.
A wrestling gimmick, yeah.
Yeah, he's a wrestler. He brings out a chair and uses it, like hits you with it, or literally sets it up and he does moves off it. It's
Hell
it's pretty
yeah, dude.
nuts.
set up the ladder in the middle of the ring, throw
Yeah, and he
people
has like
into it.
a hype mechanic or something.
Yeah, yeah. Makes them stronger. Um,
Sounds good.
there's the one girl that has the big arms hat.
Hmm.
She
Oh yeah,
she's a command grabber.
she's like a more classic grappler, but also with some rush down capability.
Yeah, I don't want rushdown capability. I want to be slow.
Well, I don't think there's any character too slow in that game.
I want to slowly walk people into a corner through sheer intimidation.
Oh, maybe double, I guess.
Oh yeah?
What's
Yeah,
difference?
the nun
Yeah,
monster
okay, yeah, yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, she's fun to play with,
Pretty big
but
dude.
she is slow. She is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm about. That's what I'm all about.
Like even her walking animations, well, slower than most, I think.
Mhm.
Um, and she's a really good. She's a fun character to play. Abe's a fucking terror on her. Among other characters, uh, Peacock is probably the one I'm the most fearful alongside Big Band.
Big fan. He's so fun.
Yeah, he is. He is.
I think I played a little big band
Mm-hmm.
when I tried Skullgirls the first time.
Uh,
Yeah, but maybe we'll have to do that Sunday or something before or after or something. We'll see. Um, we'll have to extend the Sunday night fights, Sunday Slam.
Oh yeah. I forgot we had a special day for it.
It's what's working for now. We'll keep going that way. Uh,
No doubt.
uh, Skullgirls was really good. It was surprisingly good. I think Abe talked me into getting it or playing it, right? I think I don't think
maybe.
I remember being interested in it, but I think Abe was the one that kind of pushed me more on it. Um,
Yeah.
and I didn't think I was gonna like it. I believe because it looked like a Guilty Gear type scenario, type of the anime fighters, combo fighters, and I'm just not great with that. Um, but it turned out being really good. It took me a while to get it though, but it turned out being really good.
Yeah, I think the fact that it was like one of those like, oh, it's from the community, and it was one of the first games to officially license GGPO as the
Yes.
net code. So those two things kind of brought it into the forefront. I know competitively, it kind of fizzled real quick. Mainly because of people like Chris G that would play, and he would do these like ridiculously long combos that at the near the end it kind of wasn't even doing any damage. It just kept on going